right. What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? Sorry about that. I accidentally had my settings sending the game somewhere else. So we missed the whole lead in here to Raymond James Stadium. It is Monday Night Football, our official Nagy on Sports 2023 season preview sim. It is week 3. This was the game of the week as voted on by you, the faithful fans of our Discord channel. And it is the 2-0 Philadelphia Eagles in Tampa Bay to host Baker Mayfield, the 2-0 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Again, this one voted on by you, the faithful fans. We appreciate that very much. And again, excited to bring this one to you as well. First play of the game is going to be DeAndre Swift for 11 to start the game. Kit is unfortunately working here this afternoon, so that's why it's not the Browns sim, but wanted to get this one done, and we'll try to do Browns at some point tomorrow, Saturday during the day, since our Buckeyes are not until the evening with the Irish. Option keeper Hurts 30 to 35 to the 40 to the 45, lots of space, juke move at the 50, what a play. Hurts 23 yards on the option keeper that time. Jamel Dean makes a tackle, but Jalen Hurts shot out of a cannon on that play, and a very nice first down run there for the Eagles. Again, appreciate everybody read on. This is Phil Nagy on Sports. And a little delayed fake of the handoff then. They'll throw it quickly to the right side to Goddard, and he'll be knifed down immediately. It's Ryan Neal, the strong safety, all over him, but Goddard picks up 3. He's been ill-utilized to start the season if you listen to some Eagle fans, but again, 2-0, the only thing that really matters, especially when their offense isn't humming just yet. Here he is again, Goddard. First down and more inside the 35, and he'll be spun down at the 33. First down, Eagles. Hope everybody's having a great Friday, or had a great Friday if you're already home, or headed out to happy hour, whatever it is that you're going to do here this weekend. A beautiful weekend, at least here in Central Ohio in general, for some football. So excited about that as well. Swift that time for 3. 2 tight ends stacked to the left side. Jason Kelsey snaps it back. Here comes Swift again up the middle, juking his way all the way. First down, yardage achieved and more. Pushing his way towards the 20. They'll say the 22-yard line is where he ends up. And that's another first down for the Eagles. 0-0 opening drive. Jalen Hurts has looked strong. Here's Swift again. Juke move to the 20, to the 15. Juke again to the 10, and a first down at the 8. All of the Eagles receiver, running back, quarterback types, anytime they're getting in space, they are really making the Buccaneers pay, as they've had some really sweet juke moves there. Here comes Swift again. This time he'll be met at the line of scrimmage by the Buccaneers. Hey, George, welcome in. Go Browns indeed. Happy Friday to you, my friend. They'll stack up 2 tight ends to the right side this time. Swift breathing a little heavy, but he's in the backfield once again. He'll get it one more time up the middle, untouched into the end zone. Hit near the line, but across it he got, and DeAndre Swift into the end zone, and that was a beautiful opening drive. Hey, Dwayne, welcome in. Go Browns as well. And Swift breaks the plane, and that's going to be 6-0 to start the game there. Jake Elliott in to tack on one more. Nice opening drive for the Eagles. Again, dominated primarily with the ground game. A couple of nice throws to Goddard mixed in there, but it was Swift and Hurts with his legs as well that achieved more than 60% of those yards down the field. They'll kick it off. Our beloved Baker Mayfield, 6. How's it hanging, brother? I miss you. Again, if you've been on the channel long enough, you know that my personal affinity for the Mayfield family, and just how awesome that they actually are as human beings, the way they loved on my friend who was on his last legs as a cancer victim, and he really, Baker and his wife Emily, really loved on them, and the Mayfields will forever have a special place in my heart. So I'm excited to see him doing well. They're 2-0 as well, and he'll go left side to Rashad White, who's got a nice gain on first down to the 24. Give him 7 on his first touch of the day, and that's how the Buccaneers will start their offense. It's a 2nd and 3 now. I formation. That looks like tight end O'Keefe lining up as the fullback. White, play action. Baker is swinging it quickly to him. A nice play there in the space. Can actually lose 2 yards. Hassan Reddick was the one responsible for covering White, and he makes a nice tackle Sets up a 3rd and 5. Let's see how Bake can handle this 3rd and 5. Hey, Karen, welcome in. Go Browns and Cavs. Guardians, Buckeyes as well. A little skinny post across the middle and a first down. Got Rashad White, his running back now. First down, Buccaneers, as Baker with a nice controlled throw, little angle route there, able to get it. Good protection there by the line. Robert Hainsey, the new center after the injury to Ryan Jensen. Again, everybody thought this team was basically just going to be tanking for Caleb Williams, Drake May kind of thing. Now Shadur Sanders maybe gets added to that list, but Mayfield's got him 2-0, and again, you know he's going to rally a group of underdogs, and he'll take them as high as he could take them. We think we've seen where his ceiling is, but maybe we haven't. Maybe it was just a Cleveland thing. Here's White again. Big handoff. Caught him catching a drink. How about 14 more yards? Give him 12, rather. And a first down for Rashad White. He's got 4 touches on this drive. And the Buccaneers are about to cross midfield. High formation again. They'll turn around, give it. Whoa! This time Jordan Davis waiting there to swallow him up. It's their first-round defensive lineman from Georgia from last year's draft. Not to be confused with their defensive lineman first year from Georgia this year's draft. That would be number 98, Jalen Carter, who you do not see in there just yet. Pressure coming now. Mayfield, good time. Right side. Had his man. That was going to be the rookie Raheem Jarrett of Maryland. Not able to complete that pass now. A 3rd and 13 now after that loss. Back to pass. Baker shuffling, moving, firing. Right side. Got a man, but just a little bit over his head. Had the tight end. That was Cade Otton. He had him open. He just put it over his head just a little bit. Slay was over there in coverage. 4th and 13 means a punt for the second-year Georgia punter, Jake Camarda. Fielded by the Eagles there at about the 23-yard line maybe. He gets up to about the 25. So again, highlighting Swift, he had a very, very nice opening drive. Again, we sim these games, but then none of them count, and I go back and I force win the results. So none of the things that we see in terms of statistically speaking will get added. Now, obviously, the team that wins, you would assume that their skill players will get some statistics because of that. So it's not a true one-to-one. How about this little skinny post? Watch out, Devonta Smith. And they were able to get him before he turned on the afterburners that time. But a first down already up near midfield again for the Eagles. 19 yards for Devonta Smith. Hurts in an empty backfield. He'll step up, zip it left side again, wide open. Smith to the 30, 25, first down, Eagles. Devonta Smith was wide open, and that's a big first down, and now momentum supplanting itself onto the Philadelphia side of the ledger, even here on the road to start the game. Devonta Smith was wide open in the middle of that Buccaneers zone. You can see all the X factors still on that defense. Shaq Barrett, Vita Vea, and then Lavonte David, who's blitzing right there. Now Hurts in the zone, of course, with his X factor. Broken tackle from Swift again. And he's got a first down to the 11-yard line. How about 5 for 5 to start the game for Jalen Hurts? And a first down. They still can get another first down at the 1. This time they tried him up the middle. That was Swift and Lavonte David. Still so talented there. Able to make that tackle. There were some flirtations about maybe Lavonte David to the Browns in the offseason, but he did re-sign with Tampa Bay. Just fine. Up the middle now. Good run again for Swift. He's got 8 carries for 51 yards now. A big 3rd and 3 coming up for this Tampa defense. Can they get themselves off the field and force the Jake Elliott three-pointer? Hurts, who's in the zone. Back to pass. They blitz 5. Now he'll roll right. Some pressure coming. Now he'll fire right. End zone. Caught. Touchdown. It's Quez Watkins. And Watkins was over there in the corner. A little bit of a scramble drill. Hurts starts to go to the right. Watkins makes himself available. And you can see here Hurts able to set his feet and zip it right between the end line and the defender, the safety, Ryan Neal, who came over and popped him. But that's a big touchdown. And now the Eagles very quickly with touchdowns on both of their opening drives, asserting their will here on our first Week 3 sim. Again, this is the Monday night game. That's why it looks dark outside. Do not adjust your television or computer, phone, or however you're watching dial. This is the Monday, one of the Monday. I think we have another Monday night doubleheader this week. as well. All right, well, behind the 8 ball now, down 14-0. Let's see what Baker can do. Don't need to abandon the game plan just yet entirely, but 158-23 is the total yardage marker right now, and they are feeling it. Defense definitely needs to get some wind as well. Here's White to the left side. Jumps over a man. 25 to the 30. First down. What a sweet move. Rashad White. The running backs look really shifty in this game for both teams. And Rashad White with a sweet run all the way out to the 36. He has been very, very sharp. And a first down there for the Buccaneers. And they'll turn around and go play action this time. Baker, pretty solid out of the play action. Wide open. Got him in. Touchdown coming into the end zone. Touchdown Buccaneers. Trey Palmer, the University of Nebraska Cornhusker product. And Baker found his man on the one-on-one matchup. Actually, the one-on-two. He beat both of the safeties. You can see Blankenship and Evans there, 30 and 32, respectively. And Baker shows off the gun show and fires a dart to Trey Palmer, the rookie. Actually, I don't think he's a rookie. It might be a second-year player. Trey Palmer, though, what a catch there. And a big, big response. Huge touchdown. Didn't take a lot of time, but a big, big touchdown. Mayfield to Trey Palmer. It's 14-7, and it did take a big chunk out of that Philly momentum. Knelt in the end zone. Look at Devontae Smith, 11 catches, 200 yards, the 2 TDs. Again, those are the simulated statistics. We force Madden to make all of the real teams win so that our record will be accurate when we get to the playoffs. Big throw left side. Goddard's wide open, and he's got a big chunk. Both offenses chunk play after chunk play right now. Hey, Poe, welcome in. Hey to you as well. Happy Friday. How about this little angle route? Wide open, the flag route to the end line, and Goddard was wide open and has a big catch there. Goddard and Smith with some big receptions. How about 3 catches, 58 yards already for Dallas Goddard. Here comes Hurts. Fakes it, quick RPO over the middle, caught again, Devontae Smith. First down now, Hurts now 8 for 8 to start this drive. Comes Swift now right side. Got him blocked to the 10, to the 5. Stiff arm for a first down and goal. Man, he is running hard as well. 9 carries, 61 yards now for him, and it's a first. Oh, they'll say second and inches. He didn't get the first down, so second and inches from the 5. Here is Swift. Now he has the first down. Runs into Devin White and Levante David there in the middle. And Swift has the first down. 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Lots of scoring. Phil Nagy on Sports here joining you. Appreciate everybody being on. Here's Swift to the right side, burying his way, and he's into the end zone. He dove, but I think he was laying on top of a defender, and that's why they'll say that he gets into the end zone. Let's see the replay of this one. So he dives, but he's on top and then sort of flips over. That's Joe Tryon-Shayinka, number 9, and he sort of gets flipped into the end zone for a touchdown. So he was definitely down short of the line, but not touching the ground, and then sort of gets slingshotted into the end zone, and that's a huge touchdown drive-in response. Eagles now 3 scores on 3 drives. All right, Baker back out on the field. Remember, he threw that long touchdown throw to Trey Palmer on the previous drive. He might need another one here. Have yet to call the names of Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. Paging Godwin and Evans. Now White tries the right side, just 2 there. There's Nicholas Morrow, their new linebacker, with some injuries to Nakobe Dean. And, of course, the departure of Trey Edmonds there in the middle. Trey... There's his Edwards, TJ Edwards. Both of them are in Chicago now. TJ Edwards, their former linebacker as well. They also brought back, who was it? They signed him for like a week. Miles Jack, and then he retired after being like a camp a week. All right, 21-7. Big first quarter if you like offense. Eagles were very, very good again. 3 drives, 3 long touchdown drives for them. Baker had a 2-play drive to answer, and then Philly brought it right back. Now here's White out of the pistol. He'll try the left side on first down, and he's got just 2 more yards. So his first couple carries were explosive. Now he's been cut down after a couple yards on his next 2 carries. Turn around, give it to Rachaad White. Trying the right side, he'll run into Fletcher Cox, and that's never an easy thing to do, and Cox rolls him to the ground, and now it's a 3rd and 6. Now they'll go trips to the left side, White on the right hip of Baker. Man, easy for me to say today. Blitz coming late. Baker feels it. Nice throw left side. That's Palmer again. And a first down. Good pitch and catch there from Baker Mayfield to his hot receiver as he felt that nickel blitz coming from the left side. That time, Baker now in a shotgun. Snap back from Hainsey. Blitz coming. They're setting up screen, and Baker's got to get rid of it. Instead, he'll just eat it. There's the rookie, Jalen Carter, strumming himself a little banjo after sacking Baker Mayfield. I don't know if that's a Baker Mayfield thing or not. So the screen pass ineffective because he can't get rid of it quickly enough now. 2nd and 21. Blitz coming again. This time he'll fire left side. Got his man out in the tight end. Breaks a tackle down to the 26-yard line. Great throw from Baker. And they get all that yardage back. And now a big 3rd and 2. Good catch and run for the tight end, Cade Otton. Again, no more Gronk, no more O.J. Howard. It is Cade Otton's turn here. And the run this time that'll get the first down to Rachaad White. Base formation here. Baker barking out, maybe changing some signals now. Still plenty of time on the play clock. He'll be back to pass. He'll fire right side, end zone, incomplete. He went for Godwin. Knocked away by Justin Evans, the safety. First time we've even heard Godwin's name in this one, or Evans, neither of them being targeted yet until that one. Now turn around, play action again. Baker's been great out of the play action. He'll fire right side and out of bounds. Nobody open, live to play another day. Bake, smart choice there. Wish we could have had that for the last couple years of Brown Sims. The Baker Mayfield who throws it away. Little bunch tripped to the left side. Now Bake's back to pass. Good time in the pocket. Now Reddick comes, and he'll just try to shovel it away in the direction of a receiver. Saves some sack yardage. But the net result is Chase McLaughlin. Our boy Chase McLaughlin in there to kick for the Buccaneers. Out of the hold of Kyle Trask. It's up, and it's good. Chase McLaughlin. The litany of former Browns kickers continues to populate the NFL. How about Cade York coming back home with Tennessee? Now, I don't doubt he'll be active unless something happens to their actual kicker, but it's kind of interesting that he'll make the trip back. I think the practice squad guys all travel, so he'll be back there in the friendly confines of Cleveland Browns Stadium. Appreciate everybody being on here. Phil Nagy on Sports. Thank you so much to all of my subscribers. You guys truly are the best. We do every Browns game the week prior to the game happening. Kit and I will have that one for you tomorrow. RPO action to the right side, and another strike to Devontae Smith. He is having a whale of a first half. Here is Devontae Smith attacking Jamel Dean up at the top of that screen. Hurts remains in the zone, but we will have that Brown sim tomorrow, middle of the day Saturday. Again, you can always find out in advance when we're going to sim. If you join us on our Discord channel, Hurts will take off and then field too much traffic and throw his first incompletion of the day on pass attempt number 10. 9 for 10 is how he finished this first 10 throws. 10-14 too, 10-44. Man, I'm struggling all kinds of ways here to start the sim. He'll finally find Quez this time over the middle, and now a 3rd and 2. Can the Buccaneers get a stop? They've given up touchdowns on the 3 previous Eagles drives. The 4th drive is going to get another first down as he finds Goddard over the middle, and it takes about 3 Buccaneers to bring Goddard to the ground. Now 11 for 12, 180-ish yards. He is rolling now, Jalen Hurts. But as I was saying, there's an invite link to our Discord channel in the description of this or any of our other videos if you'd like to join Kit and I and many of our other regulars on Discord. We chat all things Browns and football in general between our sims. We have live chat during Browns games, and then we also vote on which games you'd like to see be simmed each week. This was the highest vote getter this week. If we have time to do another one, I believe that the second highest vote getter is, I have the technology to check, the second highest vote getter right now is Buffalo at Washington. So if I have time, I'll knock out the Buffalo at Washington game for you as well. Or maybe Kit will, depending on schedules. But again, we will have the Browns game for you tomorrow. So hop on that Discord with us, use that invite link, join us there. And then I also announce in advance, sometimes hours at a time, sometimes just minutes at a time, but always in advance of when we are going to sim. So you don't have to wait for YouTube's notification system to tell you that we've already gone live. Another throw to Goddard. 2nd and 6. Do really appreciate it. You guys truly are the best. Nagy Nation is the best, and we really, really appreciate it. 7:35 and counting here in the first half. Now Hurts back to pass. Firing deep left side. Got him in! Touchdown! A.J. Brown! He floated it right off the line of scrimmage, so you know A.J. Brown won right away. Carlton Davis III is the one who was there to try to cover him, and Hurts threw that thing when Brown was about on the 20-yard line and just dropped it in the bucket. Beautiful throw and catch there, A.J. Brown. First time he's had a catch today, and it was a gorgeous one, and now Philadelphia 4 for 4 on their drives. 4 drives, 4 touchdowns for Philly in this one. That one took 9 plays, 81 yards, and Philadelphia cooking with all sorts of gas right now. Baker, unfortunately, needs balance in his offense. He is not the throw it 50 times a day kind of a quarterback. He's going to be successful with about 25 attempts and a good running back. And his running back right there, Rachaad White, has been pretty solid. But down 28-10, my guess is they're going to start going to the air, which is nice if you've got Godwin and Evans now both shifting to the top of the screen. They'll stack on top of each other. Baker will go straight drop back and go left side to White out of the backfield, and White can't get around Reed Blankenship, the safety who steps up to make the tackle. 2nd and 6. The clock, she runs. Under 7 to go in the first half. It's 28-10. Baker with the snap. Now White left side with some space. This time he can't get around Blankenship again. Good pursuit there by the free safety of the Philadelphia Eagles, Reed Blankenship, getting up there to stick his nose in it. Big 3rd and 2 here. Baker, 4-man rush. He's got time. He'll go right side. Caught first down. Godwin near the first down marker. Had it by about 2 yards, maybe 3. They'll say he's up to the 35. He'll get 6 altogether. That got the first down. Another Georgia rookie, Keely Ringo, on the tackle. Now White, left side. Good cut. 40 to the 45, and he's got a first down. Give him another 11 yards. Rachaad White, and a first down. Buccaneers. So both teams running the ball effectively, and frankly passing the ball effectively. But Jalen Hurts has been nearly perfect. Here's a little quick RPO throw to the right side on the bubble, and that's going to free up Trey Palmer for about 6 yards on that bubble screen to the right side. His 3rd catch of the day. Again, he had the big, long touchdown run in that first quarter. Baker now 2nd and 4. Back to pass. Got the 4-man rush over the middle. Knocked away. Morrow stuck that left hand right in front of K-Dot and knocked it away. And now a 3rd and 4. Double tights to the right side. White alone in the backfield. And they'll fake it to him. Watch out. Pressure and a great catch as Baker got drilled as he threw that one. And Mike Evans laying out for his quarterback. No replay. Come on, man. That was a beautiful play. First target of the game for Mike Evans, and it's a big one on 3rd down. Now he'll boot, play action, left side, firing. Levels concept. Godwin, 20, 15 to the 10. 1st and goal, Buccaneers. We've seen Baker on those play action on that boot game. That's a big, big part of his skill set. And he gets his feet set, and he's got 1, 2, 3 levels. And he found the right one there as Godwin was wide open. And he runs it down inside into the red zone. And now it's a 1st and goal for the Buccaneers. They'll stretch left side to White. Can he get around the corner? He cannot. Zach Cunningham right there, the former Titan, able to get it. Stretch it left side again with White. He's got some green grass to the 1, and he can't quite stretch the ball. Thought he was going to get to the 1. Good pursuit by Blankenship. They'll actually say knee came down at the 3. Baker, turn around again. Will try his second running back. That's the second back in there, Keyshawn Vaughn, and Vaughn will lose a yard, and now they'll actually say 4th and goal from the 4. Let's see what Todd Bowles and Byron Leftwich elect to do. Keyshawn Vaughn, they tried that pin pull sweep option, and it's not a great choice there. Sirianni applauding his defense, and actually the Eagles are going to call timeout. I'm not sure why. I guess it saves them 10 seconds because that's when we're going to get the 2-minute warning, but the Eagles will call timeout, and Bowles will elect to take the 3 here. Kick this field goal right now, and the kick is up and good for McLaughlin. Now 28-13. Well, you're going to have the 2-minute warning, and then they have 2 timeouts remaining, so I'm not really sure how that, I guess in the grand scheme of things, it's going to save you about 3 seconds before, and then you'll get a free timeout versus not having the timeout. That seems really stupid, but whatever. We know Madden's clock management is brilliant after all. So they'll get 1 play here before the 2-minute warning, and then they'll get the 2-minute warning. Again, they have had 4 drives and 4 touchdowns to start this game. Have the Eagles on offense. Hurts still glowing orange in the zone. I think he stays that way until he gets sacked as well. Here comes a run up. They'll fake it. Little RPO over the middle again, and this time maybe just a traditional play action. And a near first down catch for A.J. Brown. Left side, Hurts got it again. First down, Quez. He tries to get out of bounds, but can't. Hurts now 16 of 17 for 230 and the 2 touchdowns to start this game. He has been hot like the melted core of the sun. Short throw this time. Let's see if they use a timeout. Looks like they're going to just opt to go hurry up that time. Just dumped it off to Goddard for 4. Zion McCollum on the tackle. Now back to pass. Blitz coming. They don't feel it and going down. David. A beautiful time to blitz right on down Broadway. And Hurts can't feel it. Can't avert it. And they're actually not going to call any timeouts. And the Buccaneers aren't either, but that does take Hurts out of the zone. Here's a 3rd and 13. They're setting up screen. Left side. He'll dump it to Swift with a couple of blockers in front. Pursuit there. A nice hit there. Gosh, big hit by Levante David. And that actually then allows the Buccaneers to call timeout, so they'll get the football back here with 2 timeouts in a little bit of time. We'll see what they opt to do from their own 24 here. .24-yard line. Baker back to pass. Blitz coming. They're setting up screen, and Baker has got to get rid of it. Jalen Carter gets home again. He blew up the sack the first time that they tried to run screen, and now they're not even going to call timeout. Either team's going to call timeout. They're just waiting. Hey, Don, welcome in. How did he get 2 face mask penalties? Well, one was he was kind of running out of bounds, and I think he maybe felt like he was in the process of face masking a guy as he went out of bounds, and I think he says he felt like he was being like his fingers were stuck in there, so he said he sort of flung his hand down, which sort of made it look like he just tossed the dude to the ground out of bounds by his face mask. And then there was some chirping and jawing. The second one was like an in the field of play stiff arm, and same thing, he like threw the guy down by his face mask. So basically 2 stiff arms where he didn't let go of the face mask and then proceeded to throw the other player to the ground by the face mask is basically how both of those happened. All right, 28-13. The Eagles scored on every single offensive possession except for that final drive of the first half. They have been very good. 28-13 is their lead. Baker's been solid as well. A couple of those screen passes that he has not been able to get rid of the football and taken 2 pretty big sacks. Those are really the only blemishes on the offense, and they've had to settle for 2 field goals instead of touchdowns. Here's White. He's run strong near the first down. Let's say 3rd and inches. 13 carries, 72 yards for Rashad White. Don, you know what? That's a very good question. I'm going to just go out on a guess and say probably not. The tough part for us is it was a very winnable game. Our defense was doing more than enough to keep us in it, and those were 2 absolute drive killers. The second one happening in the 4th quarter when we had, 4 different drives to come down. They had -7 yards on offense in the 4th quarter. We couldn't even get close enough for a field goal any of those drives because of self-inflicted wounds. Deshaun Watson providing several of them, but there was also some holdings and some different things as well. And then, of course, the ultimate boot, which was the strip sack that sort of bounced beautifully right into T.J. Watt's hands like a basketball bounce pass from Highsmith. Ball bounces funny ways, and it bounced some funny ways now, and this one's on the ground, and I think the Buccaneers have it. Goddard may have been on the ground, but the ball comes out, and now they're going to say Buccaneer football. Let's take a look. Sure looks like that left elbow hits the ground when that ball comes out. We'll see what they say. Hey, Wendell, welcome in. Jonathan, welcome in. Here comes the booth review. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that elbow hit the ground.
Previous play is under review.
And sure enough, they'll say incomplete pass after all, or that he was down. Wendell, for these teams, you got Jalen Hurts versus Baker Mayfield in terms of your starting quarterbacks. I don't know. I guess I'll maybe say no comment. My history of watching the Steelers and hating them would want me to say, it's almost picked off that time by Hurts, would want me to say that it's a dirty hit, but I think in the split-second moment, like, you know you're not going to go high on Nick Chubb. You're just trying to take out his legs. I don't think he intentionally dove at the knee, and I'm sure he didn't know that Nick Chubb was basically carrying one of his teammates at the time, and that's why it was such a brutal injury, because of the amount of weight Chubb was already carrying on that leg, and then he basically kneed him, or went and took his knee out. So to my eyes, I don't know. It's hard to tell. I wouldn't say that I'm smart enough to know. I don't feel like Minka is a dirty player, even though we've definitely had some dirty Steelers players in the past. Like if it was James Harrison or something, it would be a much different story. So I don't necessarily feel educated enough to make a decision. Fundamentally, it doesn't matter. It's not like they're not gonna ban that hit. At least they haven't yet. They'd much rather have dudes' knees being taken out than their heads, because knees can be fixed and heads can't right now. So that is what it is. It sucks. It sucks bad. It sucks all the wind out of our season. Frankly, our ceiling is not as high as it was with Nick Chubb. Nice pressure there. Fletcher Cox and company, and Baker will go 3 and out. So, I mean, I'll just be honest that I had a little cheddar on the Browns to win the Super Bowl, and I cashed out and took my money, because I don't see there's any way they win a Super Bowl without Nick Chubb. But it sucks. It sucks bad. I think they still can make the playoffs, but Deshaun's got to get a lot better, and he's got to get a lot better now. Frankly, he's sucked. He's been terrible. And I'm not afraid to call him out. I don't think we should be afraid to call him out. And every game that he plays poorly, we should question the decision and the faith that they had, and potentially the hubris that they had to think that they could just resurrect him back to the league's best passer. Because he's not been that. In fact, statistically, in many ways, he's been the league's worst passer. So, yeah. Wendell, I mean, I've been on the record of saying that I thought he didn't look right last year to me, that he lost a couple steps, he wasn't explosive, he didn't have that power. People have responded back to me saying that he was injured and we should give him a chance. I've heard them say he's 10 pounds lighter. He's a little bit quicker and lighter right now. I watched a couple of highlights from his practice. He didn't look particularly fast to me, but they were just kind of running 3/4 speed walk-through routes and stuff. So I think his positive influence in the locker room, like his jolt of energy, might be good to try to help pick up some of the pieces. But I mean, there is a hole in the soul of the Cleveland Browns, and unfortunately that's not going to be fixed until next year, and that's if Nick Chubb ever plays football again. Just the way that he did it, how good he was at it. He never complained. He never talked about it. He just put his head down and worked. He was just kind of the perfect representation of what Cleveland Browns football is, and was the heart and soul of that team. He's gone. So I like the fact that Kareem shouldn't have to spend long to get up to speed, because he obviously knows the terminology. He's worked with Stump for years, of course. He knows exactly what he's getting himself into. It still sounds like Ford's going to be the lead back, and Kareem will spell him. Nice cut by White, by the way, nearing another first down. Great run by Rashad White. But in general, it's kind of like, it doesn't really move the needle for me. It sounds like, I looked a day later, Cam Akers was traded to the Vikings, so I'm sure they kicked the tires on that. Maybe the price tag just wasn't where they wanted it. But now Cam Akers is going to be, I'm not sure if he'll start eventually for Alexander Madison. They thought like they could just do it with Madison now that Cook had gone, but clearly they didn't. So we'll see. I mean, I would have maybe called Leonard Fournette first just to see what he's doing. Oh, look at Jordan Davis just suplexing Rashad White to the ground. Let me see a replay of this one. Madden, please. I don't think we're going to get it. That was nasty. Nope, no replay. So anyway. Yeah, lots of questions. Yeah, Don, you're right. As a franchise, there's a long track record of them, but I'm not sure if that's a Steeler thing per se, or if it's just those couple of guys and they happened to have been on the Steelers. And we obviously play the Steelers twice every year, so that gives us more opportunities to see them. So I don't think of him, when I close my eyes and think of like dirty players, Minkah Fitzpatrick is certainly not the first one that pops into my mind. He tried to go for Evans in the back of the end zone. Good play by Bradbury to knock it away. Now from the 26, will they opt for the field goal? They will. So this has been the biggest issue in the game for the Buccaneers, is they've moved the ball solidly between the 20s. Baker's been very good, and then they have had to stall out now. So now 4 scores for them, but 3 of them coming off the foot of Chase McLaughlin. Appreciate everybody being on here. Phil Nagy on Sports joining me here. This is our Game of the Week sim, as voted on by you, the fans, on our Discord channel. Again, Kit and I will have our Browns-Titans official sim sometime tomorrow during the day, since the Buckeyes do not play until 7:30 in the evening. So we'll have it sometime during the day for you tomorrow. But until then, you're stuck here. This is 2-0 Philly versus 2-0 Tampa Bay, as voted on by you, the fans on our Discord channel. Hurts in trouble. He'll fire back to the right and out of bounds. Pressure was coming that time from Vita Vea. 2nd and 10. He'll go empty. 3 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Go to Dallas Goedert, who's had a big game for him so far. Hurts 22 of 26 for 250. He has been quite efficient in this game. Up the middle. And I think they'll say short. He is. 4th and inches is going to be the call here. McCollum. Option keeper there. They read it well. Good tackle there by Zion McCollum. And on 4th and inches from their own 39, my assumption is that Sirianni will punt, and he will here. 12-point lead for the Eagles. They're punting it away. About 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, James Harrison had quite a few. Quite a few. I still don't think that Antonio Brown was ever the same after the hit that James Harrison put on him. All of his crazy, potentially mental health issues all seemed to happen after that one hit. He just absolutely ruined that guy's life. So all that's to be said is, yeah, do you want Minkah diving and trying to spear Nick Chubb in the side of the head, or do you want him to go to the knees? And the NFL wants him to go to the knees, because knees right now can be fixed, and heads, again, right now can't. Maybe someday we'll have that ability to remove CTE and get rid of dementia and Alzheimer's. I pray that we do, because everyone's in my family. I've seen too many of my family members struggle with that stuff. But right now, knees can be fixed and heal heads don't do it so much, so the NFL will keep saying go low, go low, go low. Baker, left side. Got his man Evans, first down to the 44. 18-29, 257 for Bakes, and this game has yet to have the costly Turnover. I won't even say it out loud to jinx him. Rachaad White has run hard for him. This time he's going to keep bouncing his way out. Eventually get no gain on the play. We're under 3 to go here when this play finishes. Appreciate everybody being on. Phil Nagy, Nagy on Sports. Kit is working here this afternoon. White up the middle, and still nowhere to go. 3rd and 10 this time coming up, as both of those runs netted 0 yards. Baker changing up the play. Evans comes up to the top of the screen. That's K. Otten, who shifts all the way out. Trey Palmer now lining up as the tight end. Blitz around the outside. He doesn't feel it. And a big-time sack there is that Maddox. That might be Avonte Maddox, the nickel corner. That time he got all the way around that left tackle, Tristan Wirfs. And a big sack. And unfortunately, another punt for the Buccaneers. Trying to pin him on the corner, and he does nicely at the 12. Hey, welcome in, Mud Flaps. Good to have you on. Glad you could make it as well. 28-16. Eagles were on fire. They scored touchdowns on their first 4 drives. And since then, a pressure coming, and Vita Vea will get him in the end zone. And that's a way to make up for some field goals instead of touchdowns. Your defense gives you some points. And a huge blow to the momentum is Vita Vea. Gonna chase down Hurts, the big boy, gets home and just swallows him up in the end zone. Hurts has got to know better. And he rolled right into that one. So that's 2 points. And now the safe kick coming. Punted away to the left side. Going to be taken at the 27. Good field position for the Buccaneers now to the 37. As we get a safety. It's only funny because it's true, Don. I'm sure the players don't like it. I'm sure the players don't like it at all. But I think in the grand scheme of things, unless you're going to be like, you can only hit dudes in the trunk, you know, between their shoulders and their hips, like, that becomes really difficult for defenders to do any tackling. And at that point, it might be time to just go to flag football. So, again, there is inherent risk. There's injuries every year. It super sucks. If there was a way to get rid of all of them, we obviously would. But I'm just telling you from an NFL's perspective, when they're trying to legislate certain things, they're going to say that knees and ankles and feet and even Aaron Rodgers and an Achilles, like, those things can be surgically repaired and you can return for them. Antonio Brown might not return from those head injuries that he sustained, because he was just getting his clot cleaned. The dudes are also way bigger and stronger and faster. You know, there wasn't, you know, they didn't have crazy weightlifting and supplements and speed camps and all this. I mean, it was just, they were smoking heaters in the locker room, and then they would come out and play football. So yeah, were they athletes? Absolutely. But in terms of the training, in terms of turning these players into sub 4.4 speed balls of muscle and missiles just flying at each other, like, that obviously makes a difference too. Nice throw to the middle. Palmer, and a big first down to the 15-yard line. Can they take advantage of this drive? Palmer again over the middle. He's had a really big day today. By far the best of the Buccaneer receivers. And again, his name is not Mike Evans or Chris Godwin. White tries to get skinny through the hole and can't. Let's say maybe 3 yards that time. Nicholas Morrow again on the tackle. Morrow tries or excuse me, White tries the middle again now, 3rd and 4. Godwin's got the 1st and goal to the 3-yard line. And White's going to be stuck in the backfield. Yeah, Don, absolutely. I remember the first time a 300-pounder played as well. And at that point, they were just big, sort of immovable dudes. Now you got 300-pounders who, I mean, DeJuan Jones is 375 pounds, and he can dunk a basketball. I mean, that dude is an athlete at 6'8", 375. I mean, it's just crazy. Mudflaps, I mean, that, like I said, the hole in our soul that is Nick Chubb, that's not going to come back until we see 24 back out there again. So, like most things, time will make it go away in terms of a little bit. We might get numb to it. And unfortunately, again, they're going to have to settle for another field goal in the red zone. This is number 4 for the Buccaneers. If just 1 or 2 of those could have been touchdowns, they would be easily in the lead right now. But Buccaneers do get points on, and it's a nice, easy 28-21 now, even though we've gotten their wacky way with 4 field goals and a safety to get the other 14 points after their touchdown that went to Trey Palmer. Appreciate everybody being on. Phil Nagy, Nagy on Sports. Kit is still working here this afternoon. Hope you had a great week and that you got big plans here for Friday. Should be a pretty fun one. This was the game of the week as voted on by you, and it's a pretty good one now. Down the middle. And it's going to be Dallas Goedert, a big shot to the 44. Another skinny post. He split that Tampa 2 right in half. Like a hot knife through warm butter that time. And that safety's got to get further depth on that play. Here comes Swift. He had a very, very good first quarter. Hasn't seen much of the ball since. Maybe he'll get some now as they try to milk this clock. Under 10 to play in the game. Two tight ends to the right side. They'll go quick left side. Knocked away. The ball was behind him. A.J. Brown. Really nice play there. Carlton Davis. There's Carlton Davis. I will always remember Carlton Davis. He was the one, if you remember, gosh, it's probably 6 or 7 years ago now, where there was a game in late November. And it was Auburn, actually it was the Iron Bowl, Auburn, Alabama. And Alabama kicked a field goal to try to win it at the end of the game. And Carlton Davis returned the kick for a touchdown. If you remember, it was like 108 yards return. And then Auburn won the game in shocking fashion, 28-21. Go to the right side, big hit, and they'll say the ball got knocked out. No fumble, just an incompletion as Devontae David lays the boomstick on little Devontae Smith, again, who is not the sleekest or the stoutest of statures. Now here is Hurts to the right side to the 10, to the 5, a juke move, and he'll be tackled from behind by the safety Ryan Neal. But Hurts has been shifty. Woo! And now a 1st and goal again for the Eagles. That wasn't Carlton Davis? Wasn't it Carlton Davis? I thought it was. Was it somebody else named Davis? Jonathan? I could have swore it was Carlton Davis. Swift, left side. They'll get him. They will get him down. I remember I was at a bar, an Irish pub in Grandview called Brazenhead. We were there for my wife's birthday party, and the game was on a TV on the corner. Most of the boys were watching the TV in the corner. Trips to the left side, 3rd and goal. Swift, easily into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. Oof, with 7 to go, that might be tough here. We'll see what Bakes can do. Into the end zone. Really? Well, I stand corrected. I thought it was the same Carlton Davis. He's been in the league about 5 years. I figured that was about right. I think he went to Auburn. I thought that was about right. If you can figure it out who it is, let me know, because I'll have to replace that memory in my brain that, oh yeah, Carlton Davis. He's the guy who did the 108-yard missed field goal return for the Auburn Tigers when they beat the Alabama Crimson Tide in, I don't know when that's 16, 17, 15, somewhere around there. Turn around, White up the middle. He's been strong again, 25 carries, 88 yards, but maybe a little too late here to start to try to continue to establish the running. I mean, I guess continue to establish. He's got 25 carries. They've definitely tried to establish the run, but now it's time to get themselves into the end zone. Now Baker rolling in trouble, firing, almost picked off. He went for Otten. Slay was over there, and it's incomplete this time. Now a 3rd and 6 here. Bakes back to pass. They rush 4. He'll go right side. Caught. Good play by Godwin. First down to the 35. He'll spin out of a tackle and then get dragged to the ground. The 35-yard line. First down. Chris Godwin. More Godwin and Evans, please. More Godwin and Evans, please. Setting up an ace formation of sorts here. Back to pass, Bakes. Pressure's taken care of. He'll zip it over the middle of Godwin. It's just 8 that time. Tick, 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 tick. They got 2 touchdowns to score. We're down to 5:20 and counting on the clock. They need to hurry it up. Hard count, Bake. Back to pass. Firing over the middle again. First down to... Nope, they'll say incomplete. 3rd and 2. They'll say he dropped it. Less Godwin and Evans, please. Mudflaps, are you an Eagles fan? As well as a Browns fan? Or is that just who you're rooting for in this game? Trey Palmer's had a crazy day, but it's 4th and 1. They got to go. Pistol look here for Bakes. With a punch to the left side. All the Eagles up at the line. They'll fire. Left side. Caught by Evans. First down to the 50. So they got the first down, but man, they are getting it 3 or 4 yards at a time. Nice. We appreciate you being on. Trips to the right side now. I mean, with 4 minutes, you're probably pretty safe. Bakes taking way too long. Snap the ball, buddy. Let's go. Right side. Baker coming back. Caught again. Is that Trey Palmer? Nope, that's Tompkins, I think. Nope, Raheem Jarrett. That's Raheem Jarrett. Nice. And incomplete that time. That's fine. I think it's appropriate to have 2 rooting interests, especially if you're like, hey, this is the one that I grew up with, and then this is the one where I live now. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. Baker again, another screen pass that Brandon Graham blows up. That's now 3 in this game where they've tried to run a screen. Baker picked off. That's 3 this time where they've tried to run that screen, and Baker has just not been able to get rid of it. And the pursuit of that Eagles line, yeah, absolutely, especially in 2 different conferences. Absolutely, you could have 2 rooting interests. I like the Eagles a lot, too. I respect them. I like the way Howie Rosen runs them. I like that Andrew Berry's basically tried to model that here for us in Cleveland. So I have some affinity for the Eagles. And Swift will carry that thing with 2 arms, get about 15. How about 20, 25 to the 30-yard line? Yeah, that 25-yard plus run there. That puts him over the century mark to go with his 3 rushing touchdowns, much like he did on that Thursday night game last week. DeAndre Swift has been special in this one now. 2:30 and counting. They are in full chew clock mode. Buccaneers will drop to 2-1. Eagles will go to 3-0. And again, we will see how this one plays out. This is the Monday night game this week, but appreciate you being on with me for this one. We reached the 2-minute warning. Phil Nagy on Sports. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe to the channel, we would very much appreciate that as we continue to try to grow our audience. Also, make sure you hit the like button as YouTube likes that as well. 35-21. Hey, Mason, welcome in. Stretch it left side with Swift. Another nice run for him. Buccaneers starting to call timeouts, but this one is over. Good game here until the end, but Baker and the Buccaneers just couldn't put enough plays together. And again, Don't be deceived by the 21 points. They have only scored 1 touchdown in this game. Then they have 12 points on 4 field goals. And then they had a safety that got them to the extra 14. Hey, you are very, very welcome, Mudflaps. It's absolutely my pleasure. Left side Swift to the 10, and he'll get another nice gain. He's got 22 carries now, 128 yards. And again, been in the end zone 3 times. Just a really, really nice performance out of him. And looks like they're going to kick another field goal here with about a minute left in the game. So Baker will get another chance onto the field. So this one was really just about, again, he threw a turnover there. It was 4th and 14. You got to try to make a play. I'm not worried about that turnover. So we did a good job of not turning the ball over. But there was 3 very, very critical plays in this game where they called the screen pass. And Baker could not get rid of it. Took the sack, the big sack each time, and it ruined those drives. The other thing is just their red zone inefficiency. They would get down to the red zone, and then they would stall out and have to kick field goals. They traded potentially 4 touchdowns for 4 field goals. How different would the score be how they scored 4 of those touchdowns? Obviously, they would be winning. 1 minute, 1 second to go here for Baker and the Bucks. Again, Kit and I will have that Browns game for you somewhere middle of the day tomorrow. Keep an eye on the Discord channel. We'll let you know when exactly we're going to go live as Baker just chucks this one away on his 48th pass attempt. Good look there at Darius Slay, one of the best lockdown corners in the NFL. There's that Tennessee-Cleveland score right there at the bottom, telling us that it's coming up. Back to pass now. Pressure coming backside, and another sack coming. Hassan Reddick, as Baker's starting to get beat up pretty good now. They got Tristan Wirfs, who they moved from right tackle to left tackle. Baker running down the line, and then he'll throw it out of bounds. Tristan Wirfs moved from right tackle to left tackle, so we'll see how that change looks. But the rest of the line, especially with the injury to Ryan Jensen, is pretty weak. And Baker has paid the price today. I'm not sure why you're punting on a 4th and 20. Excuse me, I did not mean to yawn into the microphone. Roger Brown. Okay, that was the first 300-pounder that we were talking about earlier in the broadcast. All right, Hurt's going to take a knee, and then that'll do it. Final score in this one, 38-21. Philadelphia remains undefeated here, looking for an opportunity to return to the Super Bowl, and they look sharp here in this sim. I think in real life they haven't quite looked at this sharp yet, but they're certainly getting there, and they're winning the games where they don't look sharp. Note Cleveland Browns. Win games when you don't look sharp. So, appreciate everybody being on. This one was a lot of fun. 38-21 is the final score. John, you made it. Hope you're well as well. Just in time to say goodbye. Today, statistically speaking, excuse me, Baker Mayfield, 31 of 49, 346. He had the 1 touchdown in the late desperation interception. 25 of 88 for Rashad White. Godwin, 7 for 72. How about Trey Palmer again? He is the rookie out of Nebraska. 7 for $125 and a touchdown in this one. Mike Evans, 6 for 58 yards. 2 big drops for Evans in this one. 12 tackles for Devin White. No surprise there. 9 for Jamel Dean. 1 sack for Vita Vea. 1 for Levante David. And no turnovers. Although technically I guess they did have a safety. So that kind of becomes a turnover. There's Chase McLaughlin. 4 for 4 on field goals. He should not have been kicking 4 field goals. Oh, sorry to hear you're ill, but glad you're getting over it. 24 of 30 for 294. 2 touchdowns for Jalen Hurts. 22 carries, 128 yards for Swift, 6 for 56 for Hurts. They both ran very effectively. How about Dallas Goedert in this game? 9 for $113. Devontae Smith, 5 for 105. Quez Watkins had one of the touchdowns. A.J. Brown, just 2 targets, 2 catches, 35 yards. One of those was that beautiful touchdown. Leading tackler, Nicholas Morrow. We talked about him. Also Reed Blankenship and James Bradbury. Sacks today, 1.5 for the rookie Jalen Carter. Reddick, Graham, Ringo, and Fletcher Cox getting in there as well. And again, Justin Evans had that 4th and 14 sort of Hail Mary interception. All right, well, that is going to do it for this one. Again, if we have more time, our next game of the week would be Washington and Buffalo. That has been the next one to get votes, so we'll see if there's time to get that one done. If not, it'll be Kit Nagy tomorrow with that Browns and Bengals sim. Again, here's a look at the remainder of the Week 2 schedule. No saves happen yet because we always go back and force win it if for some reason that the Eagles would lose. He would not want their win to be saved. So that's kind of how we do things here in season. Really appreciate you guys. You certainly are the best. Thank you so much to our subscribers. You guys rock. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, what are you waiting for? We'd appreciate it very much as we continue to grow a Nagy Nation, one awesome person at a time. So, I'm Phil Nagy. I'm here in Central Ohio here for Nagy on Sports. Appreciate you guys today. We will say go Eagles. And as always, go Browns.